Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of the Northamptonshire series in International Cricket Captain 2019. We'll just look over the two games that we did play. Both were draws. We started off against Middlesex. I felt we bowled pretty good in this first innings here. Mirzabani 3 for 54, Hutton 2 for 51, Sanderson 2 for 65, and Zaib 2 for 53. Only David Milan really got going for them. I thought 294 was a reasonable total on the wicket, given that we've got a seamless pitch. We only could respond with 207 all out. Was really disappointed. Few batsmen got starts. Newton and Vasconcelos had a very good opening stand, and then it just fell apart from there. James Harris 5 for 41, obvious standout. They had a bit of a first innings lead, and they responded pretty well. 370 for 7 with Gubbins, 156, and Paul Sterling really took us apart. It was about 116 off 90 balls. It was just a typical Sterling knock, pretty much. No one really stood out in the bowling. And that left us in a position where we were just trying to draw the match. And we fought hard. We batted pretty well. Big 100 to Newton. Another failure to Vasconcelos, which was a bit disappointing. Bavuma with a very important 66. And Rosington 47, which enabled us to save the game there. So that's game one. I'm pretty happy with the draw against Middlesex. I got some really good players in their side. The next game against Glamorgan was another draw. They batted very well. The first day sort of got washed out. Really hindered both sides really going for a win. Only gave really Glamorgan a chance. Scores throughout their whole innings. The only standout in their innings was Hutton with 3 for 99. Everyone else was sort of tidy in their figures. Like economy rates were good, but just couldn't get regular enough breakthroughs. In response, we batted quite a bulk of the time to get this into day 4, so we were guaranteed a draw. Newton with a good 86, Wakely 54. Anderton bounced back from the first innings and got 68. First county championship game, 68 for him. Roslington 71. And yeah, that left not too much time in the game. They batted 55 overs, real strange sort of innings. 166 for 4 declared. And yeah, we just batted out the time. Lost a couple of early wickets, but yeah, I'm pretty much, after 2 games, happy with the 2 draws. So in today's episode, as mentioned in episode 1, taking on Durham and Derbyshire in the opening rounds of the Challenge Trophy. Hopefully get our first win of the season. Let's see how well we do. So our lineup for the first game of the Challenge Trophy. A few changes from the first class squad. Cobb's coming to the team to open the batting. Rosington been promoted to opening. Pretty experienced 3, 4 and 5. Wakely, Bavuma and Levy. Debutant and Anderson. He's played a few first class games as you've seen. He's had a bit of very nice form just across the games he's played. Looks like a real promising cricketer. Proctor and Hutton, White, being brought into the outside. Debut for our other youth player, and Andy Markham. He's had some reasonable form of late. It's worth giving him a go to see where he's at in this opening game. And Mirzabani is our number 11. Let's get into the game. They've got a good side. Bancroft and Wood in the bowling would be something to watch out for. So we'll go for Tails never fails, and Tails has failed this time. Right, so want to have the field up pretty aggressively the first 10. Hutton has got a key wicket in Bancroft. He's going to run a ball. Pretty much I have been playing around with a few fields. We will just make sure we're spreading them out now. Make sure defending the boundaries. Oh, we could bring in the spinner. We'll bring in the spinner early. White. Rizabani. Really need to make some good breakthroughs. Nice shots there of the Court Bold. And a couple of strikes. So we have pegged this back a little bit. We're keeping the field up now because there's a little opening. Good spell. 3 for 24 and the spinner White bowled a very, very good spell there. We're going to have to bring Proctor into the attack. Josh Cobb can bowl a wee bit. Just some part-time offies. Just going to try and get through maybe 1 or 2 overs of him. Just to put less pressure on that 5th bowling option. 3 for 19. I'll take that. Markham can come back into the attack. Hutton as well. We've got to try and get a few wickets. Proctor into the attack. Just keep making crucial strikes here and it's just pegging them back a little bit. Nice, this is a good call bringing Blessings back. He has struck yet again. Might bowl him out actually. So White, sneak White through and over. Markham. It's been a good performance. We've kept the field up. I've trusted the guys will do a good job. 240 for 8. And we've bowled them out. Fantastic performance with the ball. Only really Lee's got away, 75 of 99. Everyone else was sort of contained. And they're bowled out with 1.4 overs remaining. So the seamers did a fantastic job there. Blessings Mirzabani with his best figures of his career. So there's a genuine chance to get our first win of the season. We'll just try and get a solid platform to begin with. Just need one batsman getting a big 80 or 90 here, and it should keep us well and truly in the game. Pretty happy with the starts. 22 without loss. Got a lot of experienced men coming in, 3, 4 and 5, so they're going to have to do the bulk of the scoring throughout this competition. But these two guys have managed to put on a 50-run partnership in 9 overs. It's taken all the pressure off us immediately. Lovely shot. So this is really, really good. Taking apart this Durham attack. And he's been dropped, Cobb. Hopefully offer enough opportunity. 45 or 45. Really good knock there from Roslington. Just need Wakely to get a step settled in now. Cobb's got to be the anchor. This is career strike rate 92, so he does strike at a reasonable rate, but he's got to play an important knock now. He's got to make sure he bats right through. We need our leaders in our team stepping up. Wakely's start off reasonably slow. Hopefully he finds a bit of form. 50 for Cobb, 68 deliveries. It's adequate enough at the moment. They're keeping the run rate in check too. Like we only need 5 runs per over. We're just under that. Nice shot. Settling into his work now. 148 for 1. Don't want that rate creeping up towards 6. Really don't want to put too much pressure on us. Just going to up the rate just a tad, just to make sure we're not getting contained. You can take a bit of chances in the last 10 anyway. We've got wickets in hand. Been really impressed with how performed so far. They're fighting hard here, Durham, though. They are drying up the runs, to their credit. The rate's getting up towards 6. Just a couple of big overs here, guys, just to take the pressure off. So this is 9 off that over. All-time record, a 97 run partnership here. Last 10 overs need 56. This should be our game with 9 wickets in hand. And that's just bad keeping in general. He's let it. There's a few extras creeping into their game. I'll just make sure we clinically finish this now. 204th one. This partnership's taken the game away from Durham. And they've run out Wakely. He made a well-compiled 52 off 96. It was a bit slow. It's a bit slow. It's going to have to be improved on. If we're chasing bigger totals, especially, it needs to be striking around run a ball. So Cobb continues on his good work. He is 7 away from bringing up 100. And bringing up a 6 there will give him the opportunity to bring up 100. Brilliant knock from Joshua Cobb. Let's make sure. We've got 4 overs left to get this total. Oh, an edge. 13 required off 3 overs. Cobb's gone for 104 off 134 deliveries. I think he's done enough to get us home. In match 1 of the Challenge Trophy. Bavuma finishes the game off with a 6. Convincing performance from Northamptonshire. Great knocks throughout the innings. And we start the Challenge Trophy the way we wanted to, with a good, convincing 7-wicket win. Right, training. Just going to see if this training is going the way it should. Yep, we should be fine there. I'll keep them there anyway. Next game is against Derbyshire, guys. Right, about to start the second game. No changes to the team. The team that we had in the first game performed really well. We'll just continue on where we left off. Just seeing if they've got any standouts. Ravi Rampal, Logan Van Beek stand out. Got a few decent players in that team as well. Like, no one can be taken for granted for us. We'll go tails again. We lost the toss again. Maybe I should go heads. I'm going forward. So hopefully a good bowling performance again. And Markham has started off reasonably well here. 5 overs, 1 made, none for 15. Really happy with that. 43 for 1. Pretty quiet start from Derbyshire. Get Josh Cobb in. No, Josh Cobb's gone for too many runs. That over. So that 5th bowling option for us is a wee bit of a concern. Just with Proctor having to step up and bowl a few overs. White's bowling exceptionally well. He's got the 2 men that had built the innings up, like they're trying to set up the game. Nice. Couple good strikes. Great spell from White. 10 overs, 2 for 37. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We'll bring the youngster back. And we continue to strike. We're just knocking them back, making our target a wee bit easier to chase. Really happy with how we're performing at the moment. We just need to keep striking. This is where we can roll the team and then hopefully give ourselves an easier chase. 167 for 7. Make that 180 for 8. We haven't had to change the field today. We've been able to be aggressive, keep the field up. And that ends up being a really good spell for Markham too. 2 for 42. Rizavani. 94 for 9. And they end up being all out for 194. So the bowlers are really delivering in the Challenge Trophy so far. All the wickets are shared between most of the bowlers, which is good. The pick of the bowlers was Proctor, 2 for 29 off his 10. Just want to be convincing here. Just get a good start again like we did in the last game and just continue where we left off. This should be chaseable for us. We should go 2 for 2. Of course, Cobb coming off that magnificent 100 that gave us the win over Durham in game 1. Needs to be brilliant again. Nice shots. Some really good control. Like, they're going both at run a ball. It's taking all the pressure off. Like, these sort of scores are really interesting because you can't really go all out on them because you could lose wickets and then you put yourself under immense pressure. These guys are going about the right way, just punishing the bad ball. Great shots all around the wickets. Cobb's racing towards another 50. 80 without loss, and there's 50. 52 balls as well. It's very good, quick time. So this episode is coming towards a close, guys. Make sure you give it a like, comment how you think my team's progressing and whatnot. It's been a fantastic episode for us anyway. Like, we have, I think we're going to get 2 wins. On the board. Probably not the strongest opposition we've played. No real notable international names or anything like that in the teams we've gone up against. But played what's in front of us at the end of the day, and we respected our opposition, and the guys are delivering with bat and ball. 50 for Roslington. Nice shot. Wakely, who scored a wee bit slow in the first game, I felt. Kind of put us under a little bit of pressure. He's got time to bat here, though. Just taking his chances, though. He's basically taken the number 3 spot off Richard Levy, who's had to drop down in the order a wee bit. Nice shot. 16 on 43. Nice shot again. 150 for 1. He's out for 18. So he got kind of strangled a bit. Just couldn't really get anything going there. But sure, we didn't collapse. We are still coasting towards a good win. Vuma. He hasn't had to really score the big runs that I predicted how he was going to score. Like, he's been solid so far this season. But the other men have been stepping up with the bat. And this has turned out to be a really good performance again. Northamptonshire have picked up an 8-wicket win. And I'm very wrapped with the 2 games we played in the episode today. Like I said, guys, we will just go and see what the next lot of fixtures are, and we'll come back, see what we got. So we've got probably the 2 games here, Leicestershire and Nottinghamshire. Will be the 2 games just before that county championship game. That will give us an indicator of hopefully where we're at in terms of we get to the next round of the Challenge Trophy. But for now, guys, I will catch you later. Hopefully, once again, you enjoyed the episode, and I am signing out.